Hello, my name is Dr. Ashlyn Curry, and I'm excited to share with you about our Lexia Core 5 launch information. I am here with another Pontiac Reads Visionary Council member,
Dr. Tanya Christ.
and today we're going to spend some time with the Lexia Core to let you know how you can launch successfully.
So first, we want to share with you that Lexia addresses 5 key areas of literacy. That's phonological awareness, phonics, automaticity or fluency, vocabulary, and comprehension. And what kinds of ways that these are addressed shifts over time across the levels in the Lexia program. We carefully, thoughtfully chose this program for our Pontiac Out-of-School partners because there's strong research that shows how Lexia improves students' reading outcomes. Both studies that have been done with the 24,000 children here in Michigan who are using Lexia, and also independent studies from researchers at multiple different universities who found that using Lexia in addition to a traditional reading program has boosted children's reading outcomes. On the right hand here, you can see this is how the login screen will look. Before we come for your Lexia launch, we will have sent you a database with your students' names. Each one will have a username. That will be the organization name, your organization name, plus the child's initials. And then the password will be the same for all children to make it really easy to get everyone logged in quickly. And that will just be the organization name again.
Now, at this time, we're going to spend some few minutes on watching the video because we want to make sure that we have our students engaged in Lexia, that we want to have the best outcomes, and we're going to take a few minutes to take a look at this video.
The Revere Public Schools and Lexia Learning Systems have a 15-year history of collaboration on the research and design of Lexia's reading programs. We visited the Garfield School in Revere to talk to students and teachers about motivation and engagement, 2 areas of intense focus for our pedagogy and creative teams.
My children absolutely love Lexia, and the more and more they practice, the stronger their brain gets.
At the same time, it's for fun and I'm trying to learn stuff.
They see my enthusiasm for the program. It's time for Lexia, and they're all excited. And I'm like, who's going to beat their level today, or who's going to unlock the second half? So the students are really motivated and they want to do it.
Anytime you take today's learners and allow them to use a computer program that is exciting to use, and more importantly, gauges many different types of reading skills, works well to get the children prepared.
When I first started it, I kind of didn't really like it, but like a few weeks later, I started to like it like a lot. I was a little obsessed with it.
When I've been using the data this year, it's been motivating them to try harder.
One time I went down on a reading test by 5 points, but then I did more Lexia at home, and then it went up by 35 points.
The kids are actually making the connections that it's not just a separate program. What they're using in Lexia and what they're practicing and the skills that they're gaining is used in multiple assets in their life, actually.
Number 15, this one that you talk about, like about things like say the vein cuts and dots. I actually needed veining really hard. When I go home, I show my mom so that because they get really excited when I pass a level.
Tell me what's on this screen.
So it tells you how many minutes you've done Lexia for and how many units. And then down here it tells you like around the earth and like what levels you passed. Star means what levels you passed, and then when you see this, it's the level you're on. And then the gray is the level you're moving on to. Level 7, second half, 2 more badges to go to level 8. When I started kindergarten, I couldn't like read anything. Once I got like to level 7, I could like read everything.
So this video gives you an idea of some of the activities that children will be doing when they're engaged with Lexia. And also, as you saw, you can see how many minutes each child has practiced, what new skills they've acquired, and how many units or levels they've completed. And so We'll be creating monthly reports for each child to share with their parents to celebrate their practice and their growth and to make some suggestions about what further they could do at home if they wanted to.
As you can see, that child was very honest about that she didn't really like it at first. But when we share that data or we let students know that about how they're improving, they get excited about it. So really, you can tell from those teachers, they were motivated and excited. So your attitude or purpose, as you think about Lexia, really motivate and be engaging with the kids about the success of the program. Now we're going to watch another video about the success tips so we can make sure that every kid is set up for success. But it really starts with you and having a positive attitude and your excitement in this process.
Welcome to Lexia Core 5 Reading. Are you ready for a learning adventure? Whether this is your first time or you're a returning student, Core 5 offers exciting games, stories, and activities to help everyone become a stronger reader. To get started, here are a few tips. Tip 1. Make sure you're in a quiet space or have your headphones on so that you're able to hear the directions and questions. Tip 2. Use your very own dashboard to track your progress toward your goals. You can see what level you're on, how many minutes you've worked, and how many units you've finished each week. Ready for the next tip? Tip 3. Work in every activity instead of saving one for last. Try out a new activity after you've finished a few units and fill in spaces around an activity circle. Tip 4. Try out the buttons at the bottom of the activity screen. These are there to help you. Want to rehear the instructions? Click a button. Need a reminder about what to do? Click a button. Want to exit? Wait, not yet. Tip 5. Finish a whole unit before you exit. You'll know you are done and your hard work is saved when the green progress bar is filled to the end. That brings us to our 6th and final tip. When you are finished using Core 5 and are ready to log out, choose the X here, here, and then again here. That should be enough to get you started. So let's go.
And as you looked at that video, I would encourage you to share this same video with your students so they can find that energy and excitement as they're engaged in the Lexia program. It's all about us as the adults to set in the atmosphere for them to be engaged and excited. The next piece that we're going to spend time talking about is our Chromebook and Lexia subscription partnership agreement. You had a chance to look at the document. I want you to just highlight some very key features here about sharing with us how many minutes that you're going to involve your students each week in the program. What's your plan of action? And when students get finished with the Chromebook, where are you going to house that Chromebook? And just really have like a routine. This is where it's going to be when the kids walk in, have it set up and ready so kids can be ready and you can utilize all your time, the best way of time to make sure students are not wasting time and you're also able to do your after school activities. When we come for that Lexia launch site visit, these are some things that Pontiac Reads is going to do. We're going to come in, we're going to have the Chromebook. We're going to make sure that we help you get all the kids logged in, and we're going to answer any staff or children's questions while we're there.
In preparation for that launch visit, we'd like you to have the children in one designated space where they'll have either a table or a desk to set their Chromebook on. And also we'd like to work with that designated person who's routinely going to be helping the children log in and support their engagement with Lexia. If you haven't scheduled your Lexia launch date yet, please reach out to me via phone or email to get that date on the calendar.
We are looking forward to this awesome opportunity for our children in Pontiac area. And just note that we're here as a partner with you. Thank you.